Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Set. 180. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. They find some open field here. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, 77 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jameis to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Winston. He's got Evans. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
So you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw, Winston. He completes it to Evans. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? They go play action. Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play out.
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. On first down, it's Johnson, and he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Hey! Me.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? 180. Check 45 to Mike. You can't block me.
On first and 10, Stafford. Complete to Bryant. And some room to run now. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Dez Bryant, 41 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 56 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
This is Coleman. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Ready. Blue lady.
Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Winston. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. And Gay knocks this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Come on, let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Jim.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch that in, tight end's right. Tight end's right. Hey.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, this is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Bryant has it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Dez Bryant, as the first half is winding down, and the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, and interceptions, or maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
That happened to you before. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, 28 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Airing this one out for Evans. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
Set, 280. Check, 45 to Mike. 32.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle, Jalen Reeves-Maybin.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
51 to Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Green, 15. 51. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 27, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
They don't want it. Keep playing on it, fellas.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Danny.
Rodgers brings it in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Again, it's Stafford. It's caught. Jones. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Past the 20. That'll be caught by Rodgers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter.
Keep tight end.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Shaquille Barrett able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. This complete to Jones. And stacked a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the 4th quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
Got some room at the 30, and finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
First down, Buccaneers.
Ready. Blue ready. 51, Mike, 51.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Winston now from the 50. He finds his target. It's Evans. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Coleman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tevin Coleman, 36 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Vic Beasley in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
36, 36. Pilot, 64, weak. Alert!
Now Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford rumbling past the 30. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Here's Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Ready?
On first down, Coleman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Detroit.